Welcome to this tutorial on common issues with Authorized Net Transaction Key. Authorized Net is a popular payment gateway used by many online businesses to process transactions. A transaction key is a unique code required to access the Authorized Net API and process transactions. In this guide, we will walk you through the common issues that may arise with your transaction key and how to resolve them. First, let us understand how to obtain a transaction key. To get a transaction key, you need to log in to your Authorized Net account and navigate to the Settings section. Click on the API Keys and Transaction Keys option and then click on the Obtain Transaction Key button. You will then be prompted to enter a secret answer to a security question, and once you have done that, your transaction key will be displayed. One common issue with transaction keys is expiration. Transaction keys expire after a certain period of time and need to be replaced with new ones. If your transaction key has expired, you will get an error message when trying to process a transaction. To resolve this issue, simply obtain a new transaction key from your Authorized Net account and update it in your code. Another common issue is incorrect transaction key formatting. The transaction key should be in the correct format, which is a 64-character string. If the formatting is incorrect, you will get an error message. Make sure to copy and paste the transaction key from your Authorized Net account to avoid any formatting issues. Invalid or missing transaction key is also a common issue. If the transaction key is missing or invalid, you will get an error message when trying to process a transaction. Make sure that the transaction key is correctly entered in your code and that it has not expired. To avoid common issues with your transaction key, make sure to keep it secure and do not share it with anyone. Also, make sure to update your transaction key regularly to avoid any expiration issues. It is also a good practice to test your transaction key regularly to ensure that it is working correctly. In conclusion, common issues with Authorized Net transaction key can be easily resolved by understanding how to obtain and use the transaction key correctly. By following the best practices outlined in this guide, you can avoid common issues and ensure that your transactions are processed smoothly. Remember to keep your transaction key secure and update it regularly to avoid any expiration issues.